Sairam, after a long time, and honestly speaking, I was waiting for this. Can you see that behind me? I was waiting for that because this all came as a coincidence. I was too busy I'll not say busy, I was occupied because I don't like the word to say busy. I'm busy, I don't have time. I don't like it. Because I don't know, as a child, Amma brought me up in that way. Never to say, time illai sollapradu. Uh, eh, she used to say, um, விரல் அடிஞ்சு விரல் அளவறிஞ்சு வேலை பண்ணால் விரல் மடக்க டைம் கிடையாது. சமயம், why I'm telling English word here, சமயம், we talk Malayalam and Tamil mixed. So Amma used to say, அளவறிஞ்சு வேலை செய்தால் விரல் மடக்க சமயம் கிடைக்காது. That means if you are organized to do your work and you will not have uh, time even to bend your fingers. That means you'll be preoccupied with what all work you have to do. So here uh, I just want to finish all my work before the summer really starts, because now that I'll start my vada making, karvadam and all those things have to start. So I just repacked everything, because it's 3 years since all the cartons are packed up. Certain cartons are packed up, not many of the things. Most of the things are lying in the go down at Bangalore, so that's no problem. So I just brought down all these things from, and just readjusted, and I have labeled everything and written in a book that number 1 this one, number 2 this, number 3 this, number 4 that, number 5 this. So each one I've labeled and written in a book, so that we know what we have kept in each carton or each laundry basket. So now I was too tight with my reporting schedule. I have to do it before the rains, and it should be too scorching sun to report things. It's very tough here, especially in Tamil Nadu. Bangalore you can do, but not in Tamil Nadu. So anyways, I was casually looking at one of my friends' pages or FB. I saw this lovely Ganesh. So in fact, I was thinking that she has done a mural work. And then she suddenly said it's not a mural work. It is a vinyl digital picture, photo, picture, which is with self-adhesive, which comes in height, very, what do you call it, larger measurements also. So when I saw that, I had an inclination towards that, and then I forgot about that. It kept on, kept on getting the message, take me in, take me in, take me in. This is what sometimes God wants to come to our house, right? Take me in, like that. So I said, what am I taking me in? Suddenly I decided to send a message to my daughter, and I told, please, can you please get me this, via Amazon. She's the one taking care of all my Amazon purchase. So immediately she sent it, and came just like that. And then I was thinking, which frame? Now I have to look for a frame for that. So before this, what had happened was, during my shifting of all these houses, 6 houses, and the 7th one, 5 houses, and sixth one was our own house. Then we shifted from there to Raikote, buying a property. You all know the story. It was very hot. We couldn't stay there. We tried to accommodate ourselves for 5 years. We couldn't do it. Though the neighbors were so good, farmers and kids, but we couldn't take the heat. So that's the reason we sold it, and now we are here in a rented house. Anyways, so that is one story. So I was just during that transit period, each time I shifted this photographs, and we saw that we don't have any glass framed photos. All we had was laminated. So when shifting, it is very easier. But few of the photos which is very old, even my Amma, Rappa, that is all with glass frame only. So this particular photo of Shirdi Baba was just a picture which I bought from a shop, and it had a frame, and the picture was stuck there. There was no. He asked me, do you want this to be framed with glass. I said, no, I don't want it because we keep shifting, I don't want it. So that is how that Shirdi Baba photo was with me. But unfortunately, during all this shifting, even though we are so careful shifting things, it got, one of pieces were torn, But Shirdi Baba's face was intact. But I was feeling very bad about that, But I couldn't replace another Shirdi Baba on that photograph, on that frame. And I was wondering what to do. And that frame I had put a nice vinyl sheet, and that frame I was keeping on my lap because I felt Shri Baba was in my lap. I was keeping in my lap and using for my embroidery work or my fabric painting. I was using as a table on my lap. When I'm sitting on the cot. So this picture was like ordered by my daughter for me, and she's to be frank, I must say she's a great fascinator she's terribly fascinated by Ganesha from the beginning. And my mother was also terribly attached to Ganesha. And I remember, so this picture when she sent, I was just thinking now, where do I look for a frame for this? And this is also kind of intuitions which come in your mind. It just said that, why don't you try Shirdi Baba, that frame, which you're using for embroidery and your painting base, So I put that in that, and my God, it is like made to order, that is called divine intervention. Then when my husband came, I told him, I think the two people should be there. One should pull the sticker out, the adhesive part outside. The same, the other person should slowly bring it down and rub it with a cloth so that it doesn't have any wrinkles. So myself and my husband both managed to, paste this Ganesh picture on that Sai Baba frame. And now he occupied. And then I was saying, where do I put him? Where do I put him? Where do I put him? He himself told me, put it like this. Put it like this. So see, I have put it like that. And all these Ganeshas are my daughter's favorite. All these Ganeshas are my daughter's favorite, what you see there. And coming back to the point of Ganesha's story, I must tell you, when she was a child, we had a habit that children should not eat biscuits or any snacks in between their meals. I was very strict, my mother was very strict, my mother-in-law was very strict, my husband was very strict. Anyway, so when she was a small child, we had a small photograph, calendar, not even a photograph, calendar of Ganesha hanging on the wall of a rented house where we stayed. And biscuits we buy in bulk. And that's what everybody who comes home, they say, so many biscuits on the shelf, which is visible for the children. And so the children doesn't ask, Mama, please, biscuit. No, they have the time for that. Only one or two will give, nothing more than that. Is after breakfast and after lunch and after evening milk. That is how we have made it. That those days you get zoological biscuits. I think all this made my daughter get into wildlife, and she loved the wild. Maybe because of all these things, and the background is my tata, my amma's appa. He's a great animal lover. He has saved parrots, he has saved snakes, he has saved bandicoot. He has saved even udumbu. We say udumbu. In English, what do you call udumbu? I forget the name. He has saved hedgehogs and mullambanni, and monitor lizard. Udumbu is monitor lizard. So he has saved monitor lizards also. So that has come in the parampara, and I am the only one in that family of my Narayana Pata, my Amma's Appa, too much into animals and plants and trees and nature. So that has come to my daughter. From me, it has come to my daughter. I think from Tata, I should say, it is derived from my Amma's Appa to me, and then now it has gone to Dhanya. And even my little daughter who left her body, was born somewhere else in another body, she was very happy when I'm talking about her, Saumya. She also loved nature. She loved, more than that, she loved all the hilly region, all those things she loved. Whenever we go to Srinagarpatnam, she used to stop the car. She asked, Appa, please stop the car, Appa. Then she'll take photograph of the hilly regions. She loved lakes, she loved that kind of things. So bottom line, coming back to this Ganeshji. So we had a calendar in the rented house, And whenever she has the breakfast in the morning, she'll say, Amma, is the time, how nicely she was trained. Just two. And she'll say, Amma Bichi? I said, no. Go and ask Ganeshji. Go and ask Ganesha. So she doesn't know how to say Pullayar Ummachi. She doesn't know to say Pullayar Ummachi. She said Pullamar Ummachi. Pullamar. So she say, நீ புள்ளமா உமாச்சிட்ட கேளு புள்ளமா உமாச்சி பிஸ்கட் தான்னு கேளு கண்ணை மூணு நின்னுக்கோ அப்போ பிஸ்கட் தராரோ பாரு like that we should tell her. So she used to stand in front of the calendar and say close her eyes. So little cute child Dhanya, புள்ளமா உமாச்சி பிஸ்கட் தரையா. Then she'll close her eyes and put her hand like this. By the time I give it to my husband will slowly put 1, 2, 3 zoological biscuits in her hand. And then she opened eyes and said, Pullayarumachi Monaku. Then she'll eat. And she continued this habit to her sister. It was not at all, that's what they say, no, elder daughter is there to look after the younger daughter. So she passed on, Soumya, Pullamarumachi Chiketatam, Pullamarumachi Sandatan Chaprapadu. So they never had the habit of eating snacks in between, like these days children who eat, no? No, she never had that habit, none of us have that habit, none of us have that habit. Honestly speaking, we are very, very, what do you say, we are very cautious about food. The rest is vidhi. So coming back to this topic of Ganesha, my Amma also was terribly fascinated by Ganesha. She never used to go to any temples in Trivandrum except for the East Fort Pollayar Koval. And that too, she would cover herself like this, like the way Swami said. She used to cover like this. And then she'll go, after finishing all the work, she'll go to the temple and comes back fast, like those days they would not even wear chappal, can you imagine? So that was the story of this Ganesh coming in. And I was terribly fascinated seeing this photo. Now I want to redo this as metal embossing. But it has to be done, it can be done only very slowly. It's a huge figure. And I have to trace this first into several sheets and then put it on the metal and then start drawing it and then do the embossing. And while doing the embossing, this place will start paying. But I love to do all those things. And I'm terribly occupied with the repotting of things because I'm reducing the number of pots. And I am ordering some UPVC stand with drain cells for my plantain. And I'm going to shift all my plantain saplings to bags, and all the whatever leftover plants I have as fruit plants, going to shift them all to the bags. And then so that I get a message like that it is time for us to go back to Karnataka. So Swami is going to find me a beautiful land very soon, I know that. So I have to be prepared. More than that, I have to do all this work before the rain starts. Now it is only Feb. Up to March we have time. April, May, you cannot even get outside. March end also you cannot get outside the house. So luckily we have a porch here, closed porch. So I have to remove the Swami's van a little bit outside, and there I can do all my reporting sitting peacefully. So I have magnified. I have placed an order for UPVC stand with drain cells from Chennai, and it will be coming in due course. And then that is the reason I am too tight, and I will not say busy, I'm occupied. I'm terribly occupied with things, and I have to finish my stitching also. So that is how I couldn't make a lot of in-between vlogs. So I think I'll be regular making vlogs unless and until I get this kind of opportunities to talk. Just now I fed the stray puppies outside and immediately I get a message telling, why don't you talk about me like Ganesh? So that is the story of Ganeshji walking into our house. Thank you, Saira.